Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are all doing great. Happy Wednesday, hump day. I hope that you guys have, been having a great week so far. As we get over the hump and we're approaching the last part of the work week, especially those of us who are working a typical 9 to 5 and don't have to work weekends. I mean, I work weekends, but for those of you who don't, who get to enjoy the weekends, it is approaching. So I hope that you're ready for that and have some good plans and things like that. Sorry about that. My cat just jumped up here. You always do this every time I'm about to go live. Every time. You just have to have my attention, huh? Why are you giving all my attention away, Mom? Hi, Mama. Um, hey, darling. How's my girl doing? How's my soul doing? Love you, girl. Um, Speaking of which, when people start trickling in, of course, I'll mention it again. But definitely check out my soully over here, the Phoenix Priestess. Love that woman. She's amazing. Ooh, okay, yeah. After I get off of here, yeah, I'll call you for sure. I gotta hear about this. Um, yeah, check my girl out though. Love her. So dear to my heart. And yeah, with all that said, for those of you who are new, as you start coming in, welcome to the channel. Hope you like what you see here and decide to stick around. See if this is your cup of tea. I hope it is. And if it is, hit that subscribe button and that like button, all that good stuff to help stay connected. Notification bell is important as well. All of those things are super helpful, especially when it comes to staying connected. Those of you guys who are my road dogs and have been rocking with me for a bit, welcome back and thank you for the continued support. Greatly appreciate you guys. Can't do it without you. So with all that said, I know you guys are probably like, what is going on in this frame? Well, you guys see it's like a little tail wagging over here. Well, it's not really wagging, but swaying, I guess, would be the better word for a cat. It's like every time I go live, she always has to be right here on my lap or on my side. Hi, baby. Um, you barely even acknowledged me when I came home, and now you all in my face, laying down and shit. Look at you. Just look at her. She's like this. But anywho, guys. Without further ado, as you guys saw in the title, this is a collective message today, and we are opening a new deck. And it's a pretty cool looking one. I like it. I got drawn to it when I was on Amazon. I was like, I was getting something for my mom, and then Amazon just knows me so well, and they were like, "Ooh, look at this," and I was like, "Ooh, I think I want those." I like the illustrations and stuff on them; they're really nice. So, and they're very intuitive. There is a guidebook, but I do like how they are very intuitive, and I can read them in that way too. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a reading with that. Hey Vandana, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? I hope you're doing great as well. All right, let's get started, my loves. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get started. This is the Scrapbook Chromatic Lenormand deck from Amazon. Not a expensive deck either, like $15, something like that. But they're nice. I like them. All right, so let's get started. Spirit, we have positive energy into this reading for the collective. Show the collective what they need to see at this time for their highest good, please and thank you. Clearest and most accurate messages. So let's see. When we split the deck, we have the Sun, which I like. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I greatly appreciate it. And we have the Tower here. So what I'm getting, like I said, thank you for being here, and I hope that you like what you see. I hope you decide to stick around. And for those who came in a little bit later, just so you guys know, this is just a collective message right now. So, I do happen to try to do like the personals and stuff, or like pick a card and things like that, or pick an emoji type of readings as well. But today, this is just a collective, so just keep that in mind. All right, so we have the Sun and the Tower. So it's kind of giving me, it's like I just heard like, you know how they say like the calm before the storm. It's giving me like the aftermath of that. Like you went through a tower moment possibly, and now things are about to start looking up. Don't know what that entails just yet, and everybody's got different things going on, obviously being that this is a collective message, but let's see what Spirit has to say. So we'll get like maybe 4 to 5 cards out of here, and then we're going to look into some other decks as well. We'll look into one more Oracle deck, look into the Tarot, and then go from there. Some like advice pieces and things like that towards the end. Bottom of the deck, we have woman. So, you know, you might be that woman. You might be the person, like I'm getting like main character energy. That could be you. I know mostly women watch. Men watch too. So it could be if you're a male, or identify as a male, there could be an important woman in your life who might be a part of what we're going to see throughout the reading. We have house. So this house card represents like stability. It represents foundation. So there could be something like with the family. And we have tree. This is also about stability. So maybe lineage, getting something like that. I'm also getting protection, like being shielded from something. Picking up on ancestors, maybe protecting you as you're going through some of these trials, because we did see the Tower card show up. So let's see what comes out in the reading now. All right, Spirit, let's get about 4 to 5 cards just to kind of get the ball rolling, and then we'll go from there. Dissect the cards and see what's happening with the collective. Clear some most accurate messages, please, Spirit. Ooh, yeah. We have ring. It came out like this on my lap. So this card represents like commitments. There could be a commitment that is in the process of being over, or that's like hanging in the balance for somebody. Anchor, again, stability, being locked in. Turn this down a little bit before I get flagged. The sun is here again. Happiness. Fish. A lot of conversation, a lot of talk. A lot of talk. Could be gossip for some. But I'm also getting like, it could just be like talking about and connecting with the right people who have the right information. I'm getting that too. Take the messages as they resonate. Tell us more. Communication is what I'm getting. I heard yapping. Stop your yapping. That's what I just heard. My student says that all the time. Stop your yapping. I'm like, where do you even get this stuff from? Oh my God, what do you watch at home? These kids, they're funny. All right, let's see. Ooh, whip. That does say whip, right? Yeah. The way that the font is fucking with my eyes, because it almost looks like it's because I need to wear my glasses. I almost was like, wait, is that like all eyes in the middle? No, it's just the little line between, like in the H is very thin, so I can barely see that. I'm getting pain, something painful. I heard the word adjustment, a painful adjustment. Mice, somebody who, or people around your energy who have been like very like an annoyance, but like a big annoyance, but at the same time small. Does that make sense? Like, you know how like people say, oh, this is a minor annoyance. Like, no, this is like a big annoyance. However, like they're small compared to you, not in stature, but in terms of like, I'm getting like energy and power, something like that. Interesting. Some of you guys might be into like BDSM, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, that's your thing. House is here again. Interesting. Fox. I heard clever, so somebody could be clever. It could be you, or it could be somebody who's very cunning. Be careful with that energy, right? Tell us more. But there is definitely like this, like, I heard realization. We didn't get anything that kind of showcases that yet, but like I did hear it just now. There could have been like a painful realization of something about maybe how people move behind the scenes or something like that. I'm getting. Um, Let me know if any of this is resonating so far. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Hope you stick around. All right, Spirit. Tell us more. Let's get like this, like 2 or 3 more messages from here, and then we're gonna look into some more cards. Excuse me. Rider. That's representing movement. A lot of movement. Hey, Monica. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing, my love? How are you doing? I hope you're doing great on this Wednesday. I hope you're all doing great on this Wednesday. I appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah, this is like this. There's a really fast-moving energy. For some of you, might have been might be physically moving, have done so recently, or you're thinking about it. Um, but really, just kind of like I heard the word stride, taking things in stride and just kind of like, moving forward, closing those chapters, right? Closing those old books that no longer resonate with you is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Because you're looking for something that's going to allow for stability in your life. This is what you're looking forward to, And I'm also getting a separate message. There goes the nose, my goodness. Like, my nose has been tingling like the whole time, but all of a sudden the right side started going crazy. So there's something incoming I'm getting, especially with when I looked at this card. It's like there might have been something that has been making you feel anchored and tied down, and now I heard free movement. Like there's now about to be some type of free movement when it comes to whatever this is. Because again, it's going to look different for everybody, right? But it looks like you're definitely trying to close out a book. Not even a chapter, but like a whole book is being closed out. It's over. It's done. Um, yeah. Communication is going to be important. I keep getting this energy of like stability. I don't know if money had been an issue or a factor for some of you, like a good portion of you, but it seems like something with money might start looking different soon as you're closing out this particular thing, whatever that is. Like I'm getting like contractual things for some reason. Something contractual, whether it's like literally like here in the 3D, like signing contracts, or karmically speaking, like that chapter is done, moving on. I'm getting either one of those things. Hey Aya, aka Veronica. Hi Lovey, how are you? One of my sisters. I love when my sisters are in the building. I love it, I love it, I love it. Check out my sisters. Check out Aya Inspired Tarot, who just popped in. And also check out Phoenix Priestess. If you scroll up a little bit, oh, amazing people. These are people who I love and rely upon. They are part of my soul tribe. I'm super grateful for those of you who are a part of it. So grateful and so happy that you're a part of it. Thank you for being thank you for being you, okay? Like, how did I get so doggone lucky? You know what I mean? Like, I love you guys so fucking much. You don't even know. We have Fox here. So that card did show up before and is officially on the spread now, which is giving me like this energy of like somebody who's cunning and clever. So I'm getting 2 things with that one. I'm getting like you guys have to be the clever ones. Like you got to be like a step ahead of the game constantly with whatever this is. And then also just being mindful of people who, are very charming and clever, know how to kind of, I don't know why I just heard charm your panties off. What? Talk to spirit, not me. That's for somebody. That's not gonna be for everybody. But like, be careful with those kind of people. Swindlers. You know what I mean? People who know how to, gift of gab. Those kind of people. Being mindful of that is what I'm getting. Maybe you already learned your lesson when it came to this. It might have been again a painful lesson that had to be learned. Yeah, with the moon on the bottom, right? There was like a lot of secrecy. I saw 1441 when I looked up. And if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. Like this whole side of my face all of a sudden is itchy. Like y'all probably see me keep going like this all of a sudden. I'm like, where the fuck? Why am I like messing with my eye and my nose? I was fine before, and like all of a sudden it's like itchy. But yeah, something might be revealed. Mm, possibly about a man. So we I saw a man about a horse. But we saw a woman earlier too. So for some of you, this could be a romantic thing, or it could just be like people in your life who they're just letting you know, like, as a extra hint of who the person is, like, oh, this is about a man, or this is about a woman, whatever the case. I was getting more like, the woman was probably you guys, or there's an important woman in your life who's affected by these things or something like that. And now we got this man energy showing up. And I'm just like, oh Lord, here we go. Clouds is here. Let's see if I remember what this card means. Or was read intuitively too. But like I kind of went over the guidebook a little bit because it's digital. So I can't even like pull out the guidebook to look into it. But I did look at this. If I remember correctly, this is about like rising above things. Yeah, that's what I think that's what this card was about. Like rising above things, and even if it isn't, that's what I'm picking up on. Like I also heard head in the clouds. Hey, she is. What's up, my love? Another one of my homies up in the building. My sister, Bookie. Check her out. You can check out her She Radio moniker here, but she also has her Intuitive Interactions channel where she does readings and stuff too, so check her out in there as well. Amazing people, I'm telling you. Like, I don't know how I got this lucky. I would say actually the word is blessed or fortunate. It's a better word to use, but I'm so fortunate for you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I actually like this card though. It's kind of nice. I heard stormy. You know how like right before storms kind of hit, and we did see the tower card, like right before a storm hits, like sometimes it's like super bright and it's like there's no way it's gonna be a shitty day when it comes to weather, and then all of a sudden the clouds just kind of come in and you're just like, oh. It's like, and I did like I heard the term calm before the storm. I said it earlier. I was like, I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I was picking up on something like that. I don't know if this is like something that you just recently went through, like that, that energy of everything is like copacetic, right? And then all of a sudden it just kind of shifts, and it's given like when it rains it pours. It just all happens all at once. Teresa, yes, this is a collective message, my love. All right, let's get one more from this deck. I do like these. These are nice. Gotta study the guidebook a little bit more. Like I said, it's digital, so I can't like be like, ooh, I don't necessarily know what this card means. Let me like look it up. But I usually read intuitively anyway. So yeah, and book is here again as the last card from this deck, right? Which is kind of funny. Because we're talking about like that not the chapter, but the book is done. Moving on. A new book. Bigger, better things. New phases of life is what I'm getting. Gained a lot of knowledge as you're moving on. And some of these lessons might have been painful, especially if it comes to relationships, especially with this ring card and the challenging position, commitments, whip was there. It's like giving like a lot of different things. Yeah. I just heard, although we've come to the end of the road. Crossroads, or meet me at the crossroads. Yeah, house. Damn, I'm channeling a lot of songs. 1919 when I said this. I am not meant to live alone. Turn this house into a home. When I climb those stairs and turn the key, oh please be there, saying that you're still in love. Fuck you, nigga. You're out. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. In the clouds, right? It's like, nah, man. Some of you guys might like smoke. I need to go to the dispensary. I keep saying that. I haven't been to the dispensary since like December. I keep saying, damn, man, why do I keep playing these games? I need to go. get me, you know, a little fun time, you know. Help me sleep, because Lord knows sleeping has been terrible lately. It's like a hit or a miss. Some days I sleep, or nights I sleep so well, and other nights I'm like, God damn. Have you guys been having like sleep disturbances too? Let me know in the comments. All right, so we're gonna just pull maybe 3 cards and fill in the energy of 3 on this deck for some reason. And like pull about 3 cards from this one, the pink deck, which I really like. These are so pretty with the gilded sides. So pretty, so sparkly. But yes, let me see the comments. Yeah, exactly. She is. You're down in Texas. I know that weather's probably all over the place. Same thing with like here in New England. Our weather is wacky. Like it will go from like everything looks so like wow, so beautiful. All of a sudden a downpour randomly. It's just like you gotta be dressed for all the weather. You know, you might get snow too. You never fucking know. We've had snow in freaking April before. It's like you really never know. um. Yeah, shoot. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's from Mother Earth, ain't it? I think it's fine. Little herb ain't hurt nobody. Ain't gonna hurt. See, I'm channeling songs all crazy right now. My goodness. Like my brain is just like wired right now to just channel songs. I mean, this is ADHD for sure. But this is also like, you know, the clear audience stuff at the same time, you know. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Gotta dance and kid and play. Yeah, so wow. Yes, the gummies, yeah, definitely helpful. I also just heard it never rains in sunny California or Southern California. Renewal. It's time to, you know, this is a renewal process. All right. So on the bottom of the deck it says, I don't know why I just picked up on this. Let me know if this resonates with anyone. I just was picking up on somebody likes like pansies and lilies. Let me know if that resonates for anyone when it comes to flowers or like a loved one or something. Somebody could be trying to communicate with me. Um, that was interesting. White lilies or tiger lilies in particular. Let me know if that resonates with any of you. We have the process of making something stronger, healthier, or more dynamic after a period of decline. And end, yeah. An ending, yeah. I mean, confirmation, right? Confirmation out the wazoo. Um, the act of bringing an event, process, or period to a close. A state of being final with no continuation or progress. Excuse me. You're Teresa, I felt so strong with these flowers, and then there's butterflies in the which is about transition. So your mom might be trying to like come through. So yeah, somebody's definitely like I'm picking up on it. Like I just got like I felt something go like this to my arm just now. Like yes, yes. Yes, this is what I wanted you to do. Oh wow. Oh God, don't start crying. Okay, you're fine. We have rubbish here. I had to get that message out though. That seemed like it was something important. It says waste, garbage, or something considered worthless or of poor quality. Yeah, that old chapter is done. It's over. Whatever it was. It's not again. It's not even a chapter. It's a book. Like complete like severance is what I'm getting. Like it's done. Okay. Another thing I'm picking up on. I'm sorry. Like somebody's loved one is like coming in really strong right now. This doesn't happen often, but I'm smelling like how can I expand it? It's somewhat sweet. It's like a almost like a nutty smell, like pistachio or like caramel or so. I can't put my finger on it, but it smells like somewhat sweet. Like let's put it like this. Like let's say you have a loved one who passed on. like their fragrance, whatever they used to like to wear, was like something that was on a sweeter side. It wasn't like very, like, it wasn't like super floral. There was like maybe hints of floral, maybe even rose. But I'm getting more like I'm getting like more sweeter fragrances, or even like somewhat woodsy, like sandalwood or something like that. Let me know if that makes any sense for anybody. Huh, let me look at these comments real quick. That's why I'm picking up on this real strong. Like, they won't let me go. Like, they won't even let me shuffle the cards until I say that. um. Oh wow. Holy smokes. Hey Lati, what's up, girls? Oh, they're my sisters. Thank you for being here. I love you. Hope you've been having a good week. Guys, check out my sister here from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you sure enough never gonna know what you're gonna get. Lati in the building. Definitely check her out. Amazing reader, an amazing person. So yeah, love you, girl. Wow. And like, as I'm reading, I'm looking, I'm like, you guys are like, oh nope, there's some synchronicities there. Like, nope, that makes sense. Okay, I don't like to like make it seem like I'm blowing smoke. Like, I'm picking up on something so strong with that, and I'm just like, okay, they wouldn't even let me shuffle cards until I got that message out. So that's wild. Okay. I'm also getting somebody who might have had a loved one who wore white diamonds. Let me know if that resonates for anybody. White diamonds, the perfume. I smell that strong. I'm smelling like a lot of different things, but like I'm able to kind of pinpoint certain things a little bit, or I'm hearing things at the same time. Nice. Wow, so strong. We have devil here, malicious intent, evil purposes, wicked actions, and leading to or failing into sin. I think you guys are being called to do a lot of work when it comes to ridding yourself of whatever this old residual energy is, which you're doing a good job at, by the way, because you've already closed out this stuff. And I'm saying that because I'm seeing this candle. And when I was lighting my sage earlier, before I started this reading, it was very, 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 very smoky. I was like, God damn. And I sage often, so I was like, damn, there's a lot of freaking smoke. So it's giving me this energy of like a release of whatever this old energy is, right? Old commitments and things like that. Whatever the case is, people who are really cunning and, like I heard con artists. Somebody might have fucked with your money for somebody. I'm getting this right now. Very specific, but like somebody, and again, I did feel like I was picking up on something like contractually bonded to somebody. Like I was getting like, yes, 3D, but I was also getting like, in the 5D too. But like if it's more like on that 3D level, they were fucking with your money some type of way and trying to cause blockages, and that is about to change. But I am kind of getting, to work on ridding yourself of that old stagnant energy that's kind of lingering. It could be a good idea to do like a cord cutting ritual or some like candle magic. I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that resonates with anyone. On the bottom of the deck we have repair. Some of you guys might like puzzles. It says correction, restoring to its original state, the effort to fix or repair. I think you guys are just really, really wholeheartedly working on yourself. Is what I'm kind of picking up on. Yeah, renewal is here again. Middle of the deck. Poverty. See, I told you, somebody's fucking with your money, or tried to. A state of having very little money, resources, or possessions, feeling emotional or material deprivation. Somebody was fucking with you in that way. That's really fucking. Ooh, my ear just went crazy on that one. Holy shit. Ooh, it kind of hurt. Like, damn, okay, spirit, shit. Oof. Like, it a ring, but that was more like a piercing, like, ooh. Ooh. Okay, stop. Stop. Ugh. Oof. That was like, it felt like someone was jabbing in there and going like that. And then like the the ringing sound. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? I didn't do it. It's not me. Do that to the person who's doing this to the collective, not us. Oof. Like it's still like lingering a little bit. Like that, like it made the whole, like, all of this started to kind of hurt a little bit. Like behind my eye, even my temple. Shit. Alright, let's get a couple more from here and then we're gonna look into the tarot. Alright. They gave us 2 cards, but I'm greedy spirit. Y'all know if y'all put the cards together, I'm gonna read them as one, right? So that means I'm gonna get another one. So we have Anchor here, and it's ironic because we have the Anchor card from the first deck come out too, which was about stability, and the cards represent the same thing in those 2 decks. So, but I did also pick up on a vibe of maybe feeling stuck in your circumstances too. Okay. I also feel the need to say this, not related to the cards at all. It's about what I'm feeling. Have any of you guys recently been having like muscle cramps or Charlie horses in your leg? Let me know if that resonates for anybody. Or if you know somebody who is happening to. I'm picking up on that. And it's like very prominent right now. That or like in your foot, going toward your toe. Let me know if that resonates for anybody. If it does resonate, I'm picking up on increasing water intake. You might be dehydrated. Alright, yes. So let me read this card. Sorry. It says stability, security, and grounding and grounding a symbol of being firmly rooted. There's like a typo in there, so it's throwing me off. Feeling safe and finding emotional and physical steadiness amidst change and chaos. And that's crazy, Monica, because that's where I'm having it right now. On the left side, my leg, I literally saw my calf going like this. I was like, ooh, that feels weird. And it started like trickling down to my foot. That's so fucking weird. Remember, like, for you guys, it's like a flipped image. But, like, it literally was my left foot. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, so I was also picking up on before, like, this energy of just being mindful of things or situations that make you feel stuck, right? Like that card represents something pretty positive, but intuitively I feel like it also could represent something that makes you feel weighed down. So yeah. And then we also have Wheel of Fate that came out with it. It says fate continuously moving in a cycle or completely breaking free from a certain loop. Right. Closing out that old book. Not a chapter, but a whole book. Starting something completely fresh, completely new is what it's looking like. Yeah. Conflicts. You know, people who, or situations that kept you in a really bound, stuck feeling place. You're on a journey. Excuse me. Yeah. And look, there's a book on this one. And the other book, it was given like that energy of like it's a closed book, but like this one I have a key to a new one, right? That's pretty cool. I feel intrigued to read what this one says. Something vague, secret, or not fully understood or concealed from knowledge. You don't know this stuff yet. I mean, you do, because I'm getting Akashic, and it's funny because I was going between 2 different decks to close out with, and I picked these. So it's giving me like Akashic records. Like you have this knowledge already technically, but you just haven't uncovered it yet. One more from your spirit, and then we're gonna do maybe a cross of truth. I'm getting. Pick it up on a cross of truth, creating for you guys. I hope you guys are resonating with this message and that it's been helpful so far. 3443 when I looked up. You might be seeing the number 7 a lot. Let me know in the comments if that resonates. You might like that number. Ooh, that one, like, spun. Let's see. It says time. Situations that are timely or take more time. I'm getting like tick tock, time's up, time's up, it's over. Whatever this is, it's done. Done. You don't have to deal with it anymore. You don't have to deal with this anymore. You know, that wheel's turning in a new direction as you work on yourself and getting out of whatever this was. And I guess I'm getting for some of you was like a 3D level kind of contractual thing, whether it was a marriage or, you know, work, something like that, where you were signed, like you signed a contract and you had to stay there. I even got like for somebody, it could be like an apartment. Like I'm getting like I heard slumlord. Like somebody could have been dealing with like a really bad living situation with a really bad landlord for someone, and like now it's like okay, yep, I'm about to be done with this shit. The lease is about to be up or something like that, or like go to court and you're able to break your lease because of the living conditions. I'm getting something like that. And we did see the mice card earlier. Did any if that what I'm saying right now resonates for anybody at all, whether it's somebody who watches now or later, if you feel like sharing, somebody might have had really bad mice problems, and the landlord didn't do shit about it. No pun intended. Mouse poop everywhere and all kind of crazy shit. I'm getting something like that. Very specific. That is not going to be for everybody, but I am picking up on that for somebody. And they try to like keep you stuck in a lease or something like that. This is like I'm hearing like the whole narrative. I'm seeing it like a little reel. Um, they try to like serve you papers. You're like, I ain't going no fucking where. Like you need to fucking, and I'm not paying you either. Like fix the problem. They're not fixing the problem. You report their ass, and then now they're trying to give you all these problems. Like I'm getting a whole bunch of different stuff. So let me know if that resonates. That's very specific. Like you see how fast I started talking. Like that's how it is in my mind. I'm like, oh, I gotta catch up. Okay, it's like a reel going really really fast. That's why I just picked up on that. Let me know if that resonates. But yes, hey JB, what's up, girl? Hey girl, hi. Yeah, so we have repair here again on the bottom, which is about, you know, restoration, right? Correcting something, fixing something. Target is on the top. The desired, sought after, or intended situation to be found or achieved is here on the top. In the middle, we have emergency. Shit. Especially for the people who I was picking up on that, like, weird ass, like, bad living situation. It could have put you in an emergency room. Like, somebody might have been having breathing. I just picked up on another thing. Mold. If someone has black mold in their house, and asthma, breathing problems, somebody might have had to go to the emergency room for breathing problems, or is having skin reactions. Let me know if any of this makes sense. Crazy. Hey Beulah, how are you? But yeah, it says an urgent, critical situation arising from a sudden or unexpected event that requires immediate action or attention. Again, that part was very specific. That part is not going to resonate with everybody, but there was something about that seemed very important for me to get out. So, you know, when spirit speaks, and I make sure I deliver the message. Yeah, we have conflict here before I even do anything. Conflict showed up in another deck earlier. So, Hermit in the middle of the deck. Let's do some shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. So yeah, we're gonna do a cross of truth, I think. Be the best one. That's what I'm feeling. I think I saw the Fool card. New beginnings, starting from scratch. Alright. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm happy that you're doing well as well. Oh gosh, Teresa, not at work. Call the Department of Labor. We were just talking about that shit at my job earlier. Like, you know what? There's a lot of things we could probably call the Department of Labor about, but you know what? The sun is here again. 2 different decks. Yeah, you guys are just really trying to, you know, find that sense of overall happiness in your life, right? A lot of things are about to start turning around, rising up, showing up as this queen of this Queen of Wands, right? Some of you might have fire in your chart somewhere. Because those are two different fire cards. You could have either, I'm getting possibly Leo energy for some, or strong Leo in your chart. Yeah, Osha, exactly. Osha. Um, yeah, so I'm getting that so far. Sorry, I'm just picking up picking up on something else. I heard bumpy road. I I'm getting like whatever this is. 'Cause like I said, it's gonna be different for everybody. Everybody's got different things going on, but like whatever this severance is that you're experiencing as you close something out completely, it was a long time coming. This was not something that was quick. This was something that took some time, and it was painful. It could have even been like physically painful for some, like. But I'm getting like this energy of like, and I said it earlier, I was getting a sense of protection, feeling shielded. You are protected, whatever this is. Like your your spiritual team don't play about you. Like you are going to be okay. That's what I'm picking up on. It's giving like fuck around and find out vibes. Like, oh, you wanna fuck with mine? I'm gonna fuck with you. And it's not gonna go well for them at all. They done fucked up. So, but whoever these people or this person or whatever, oof, feel bad for them. Actually, I don't feel bad for them. They kind of made their own bed. But like, that's what I'm picking up on so far. Let me know if it's resonating, guys. I hope it is. All right, so let's see. What is the overall energy as we're reading from the tarot now, guys? Guides meaning spirit guides. um, thank you, spirit. See? Remember I said swindler? I was picking up on like swindler. First card out from the tarot. 7 of fucking swords. Trickster. Fucking trickster. And just having to be able to recognize who this person was. And, you know, this caused you, didn't I say it caused a lot of pain? That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry you guys went through all of that. Teresa was talking about what she went through with her work conditions. Monica's talking about what happened to her cousin for speaking up about work conditions. That's fucking terrible. I'm sorry. Sun is here again on the top. Yeah. King of Cups. I feel like you guys are feeling really leveled though. Like what I mean by that is like, you know, you can easily act on anger and emotion and, you know, be like, oh yeah, they're like, no, you guys are like, you're mellow. I'm getting like mellow yellow. Like you're being strategic. You're even being strategic. And I mentioned that earlier. I was like, you, because with that Fox card, I mentioned that I said I was getting 2 different storylines on that one. I said I was picking up on either you guys are clever and, you know, planning something or something like that. But I'm also getting somebody who's very cunning and you have to be mindful of them. I was picking up on both of those, and now we're seeing that energy showing up. So I think you guys are also, you know, on that wavelength when it comes to being very meticulous and careful. Not letting your emotions get the best of you when it comes to making decisions. You know, really, you know, being level-headed about it is what I'm picking up on. What's the challenge here, Spirit? I hope this is resonating, guys. Got 2 cards that came out together. So it's like a juxtaposition going on here. I like it. All right, so the cards that came out, we have in their, you know, not chronological order because that doesn't make sense in tarot. But I mean, in a way, I guess it kind of does. Sometimes tarot does kind of tell a story, like a little bit of a story. Okay, I'll show you that. We have, remember I was talking about feeling level-headed, right? Well, wow, actually everything that came out so far from the tarot is sword energy. So let's dissect the cards. We have 8 of Swords here, being in your head, right? You know, feeling restricted, and I talked about feeling stuck before. I did mention that. There's this energy of feeling stuck, but not as stuck as you think. because guess what? We have the Nine of Swords that came out with it. Like I said, back to back, they came out together. And this one's in the reverse. And I'll just tell you what it says in the reverse position. It says, light at the end of the tunnel, recovering, improving, letting go of negativity and stress. So all the negative shit that's been in your head is about to start being released. A lot of mental warfare is what I'm getting. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And for some of you, it's work related with this Eight of Pentacles. Barrier is really working hard at trying to, get your mind right. Getting that too. King of Wands. Somebody who's a leader, maybe, especially with some of the commentary that I've just seen, some of you guys might be like spokespersons or something, like, really bringing, awareness is what I'm picking up on to like work, related situations, work environment stuff. I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that resonates at all. Again, that's not going to resonate with everybody, but I am picking up on something like that. Excuse me. Yeah. Queen of Wands now. King and Queen of Wands showing up. Leader. You're meant to be a leader. That, or you could just very much have a lot of fire in your chart. To just establish that we were picking up on Leo. Big time in this reading so far. Tell us more. What's the recent past, Spirit? Recent past. We have the Hermit. I did see that while I was shuffling earlier. And I did say some of you guys might be feeling a little bit lonely, right? When you go through these kind of things, like sometimes you don't know, who to rely on or turn to. And it puts you in a place where you kind of have to be a little bit isolated and focus on things on your own. I'm also getting that, you're learning a lot, you're researching. So I'm getting a couple of different things there. Yeah. Queen of Wands. That's somebody who's very, very, very intelligent. And the Empress, leveling up. Leveling up. This is what you're working towards. But it's going to take a little bit of effort on your part. But it seems like based on what we're seeing here, you guys have been doing a lot of work. It's crazy. I'm looking down because I'm like looking at that Devil card because it's right next to the Hermit as I put it down. And I'm like, damn, the Devil is like looking right at me. And then look, what's in the middle of the fucking deck? You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. Just look. Because this is what I looked at when I put the Hermit card down. The fucking Devil. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? Yeah, that releasing of the toxicity, learning these lessons. And again, I said earlier, I'm like, again, it was a painful lesson, whatever it was, but you've been doing a lot of work. I am definitely getting a lot of like research though, like researching, like really writing down a lot of notes for somebody. Documentation, I just heard. So like maybe documenting what people have done so that if, let's say if you have to go to court or something like that, you have everything documented. I'm getting something like that. If the courts end up having to be involved. Yeah, something along those lines. Again, let me know if it resonates. Tell us more. What's the incoming energy? Alright, so alright, security baby. Security baby, go ahead baby. Security baby, go ahead baby. We got the King of Pentacles. And we talked about stability earlier. I picked up on more than one card that was talking about stability earlier in the reading. It's given like this might allow for a sense of, financial stability, especially if you're getting courts involved or something like that. Like you might win some type of settlement or something like that. Or like, let's say if you're just leaving a job and you're like, I'm officially done with that job, whatever the new job is going to be is going to bring a lot of stability. Because that's the main thing I'm getting. Like relationship kind of showed up a little bit too, but in the sense of like, it's done, it's over with. So there could be a silver lining there, and that's the truth, because that came out along with this King of Pentacles. They came out together. Hey, Flower Cow, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Hope you stick around. Look, that devil is there again. You know, there could have been like a devil in disguise, and you see who they are now. Yeah, betrayals, Ten of Swords. The endings are happening, and it's like it allows for you to move forward. Yep, that tower, look. Oh, fuck. Damn it, I hate when that happens. The card was in the, the card I'm talking about was in the first deck, but it wasn't on the official spread. It showed up though, like one of those like, oh, it was on the bottom of that kind of thing. Damn it, I hate when that happens. But if you watch that from the beginning, you'll see that the tower card did show up. Damn it, I hate that. Fuck. I hate looking like a liar, you know. But when these cards come out in different decks, it's like, okay, you know, Spirit is talking. They're saying what they have to say. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Monica, for that alley-oop right there. Thank you. And thank you, Flower Cow. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Tell us more. What is like the behind the scenes, or like kind of like the foundation of all of this? Like what's going on there? Let's see into that a little bit more. Thank you. All right, so we have Knight of Cups. That's an interesting card. I say it's an interesting card because that's usually relating to love. We did pick up on a little bit of love. I'm gonna probably clarify this one. We did pick up on love a little bit, but not much, because this is usually like a love offer, so by coming towards you with a love offer kind of thing. It also could represent like creative expression, or you know, a little bit of a movement kind of energy, you know, following where you're guided to when it comes to your heart. And we did have the rider card that came out, like he's on a horse as well. But yeah, and the Hierophant, I mean, that could be it. Maybe they're trying to say, you know, listen to your heart. You know, I just heard, listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen to your heart. Right. The devil is here again, like, what, third, fourth time, something like that. Hi, mommy. Yeah, the Magician. You know, like you're trying to manifest all these great things into your life, right? Make sure that I get the message now. Thank you, Spirit. So that's exactly what it is. Like taking action towards the things that, you know, are valuable to you, that really sit well with you. You know what I mean? Obviously, when your emotions are intact in a positive way, you can rely on your heart. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, people be like, oh yeah, head over heart. Like, yeah, I'm definitely a firm believer in like head over heart decisions. But that's more so like if you're not emotionally intelligent and don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, if you don't know your ass from your elbow, then you probably shouldn't be listening to your heart. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But in this case, what I'm picking up on is, especially with these major arcana, what's this? Yeah, it's like you've been working on the healing process, right? Yeah. Releasing the toxicities. Follow where you're guided. You know, if you've been doing the work, you'll confirmation. If you've been, I just felt my Fitbit go off, so you probably heard the phone ring or buzz or whatever. Yeah, 5353. You know, it's like there are some great things that can come to you. I'm getting like this energy of abundance. You know, some great things can happen as long as you're making sure that you are emotionally sound when you make different judgment calls, is what I'm kind of, you know, picking up on. And then you'll kind of know where to go, you know? You'll feel led in the right direction, is what I'm picking up on. You need to rely on God. He will absolutely. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I was talking about protection earlier. Right, Ren? You've been protective of me this whole week. You've been here, you've been right there. What's up, Mama? She's looking at me like, Mom, what are you talking about? Hi, baby. Hi, Mama. Every time I go live, she always wants to showcase her little self. I love you, Mommy. She goes all over the place. Like, she just be doing her own thing. But every time I go live, she's like, oh, I'm going to show up and show out now. Thank you, my baby. She's 10 years old. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've had her for 10 years. Got her when she was a kitten. She was a little runt. She was tiny when I got her. She's still tiny. People think she's a kitten. I'm like, no, she's a full grown cat. What's the likely outcome, Spirit? You should. Yeah, definitely do it. Like, find one with a nice temperament. I got so lucky with her. Like, she's so mellow. Yeah, she is a tortie. She's a dilute tortie. Yeah, she's a dilute tortie. So she's even more rare because of that. Torties are already rare, but she's like a dilute one. So like her coat is like a little bit paler than a typical tortie. So she has more like hints of like gray versus black. Let's see. So we have maybe, well, why did I say maybe? I know it's on the card, but like, why did I read it like that? That was weird. We have Two of Pentacles up in the air, right? Yeah, up in the air. Maybe kind of like figuring things out, going back and forth. Maybe you're gonna be going back and forth with like a decision or something like that. Yeah. Seven of Wands. Sticking up for yourself throughout this process, whatever this is. Yeah. Oh, that's why. Somebody's trying to cause you a sense of like, imbalance is what I'm getting. And there's a fly all of a sudden. Where the fuck did this fly come from? I just saw it go, I don't know if you guys saw it on the camera, but I just saw it go by my ear. And went over there somewhere. Monitoring spirits, maybe? Question mark. We were talking about that shit the other day, guys, weren't we? For those of you who watched that reading, we were talking about monitoring spirits, so let's be mindful of that shit. But yes, we have the Page of Swords on the top of the deck in the reverse, and ironically, when I was talking about the Hermit, I was picking up on this card, but not in this position. I was thinking of it like in the sense of, again, research, because like in the upright, it literally says like significant information, ideas, inspiration, calculating, like, trying to figure something out. Like I saw it in my head, but I didn't see it in this position. Hey, Ethereal Moonlight, how are you? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Stay a while. But it says in this position, it says malice, hypocrisy, suspicion, problems, someone who is unconcerned with the feelings of others. F that. F that. And we have Four of Swords in the middle. It says fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, needing solitude, relaxation, rest, peace, and quiet, sanctuary, meditation, regrouping, healing, hospitalization, introspection, and planning for the future. I didn't see the comment, but let me see something. Was that somebody who got past the what's the word I'm thinking of? The wellness check or the vibe check? Because I thought they were doing all right. They seemed okay. They were like, oh, I love your vibe. I love your aura. So did they gaslight me? insert some nonsense. Oh man. All right. Well, it happens. Happens to best of us. Oh man. Well, thank you guys for having my back. Alright, so we have the Hierophant here as the last message. And it kind of goes back to that energy of, things that feel like they're in alignment for you, Yeah, that's why I was getting to, but I don't know. I could have missed like a comment or something like that. I'm not sure. The world, and we talked about completion and endings more than once in different decks. So here we go. And then we have like this ongoing battle, right? Nine of Wands. You might feel a little bit weary, a little bit tired, right? Your guard is a little bit up, but you're also resilient as you get through all of this. You got that Wheel of Fortune coming out twice now, two different decks. So, there's definitely completion happening and a lot of great things that are about to start to come through because of the fact that you're closing out this, not just a chapter, but a book. Damn, man. So she hit us with the okie doke, guys? Did she? I don't know. Do we extend the olive branch? Do we let her back in? Was it a mistake, or was she really on some bullshit? I don't know. Or they, because I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. I think it was a female, but could be wrong. I don't know. Don't know sin. That's one thing about like being a moderator though. Like sometimes you don't know because it's like what I do is like I wait a little bit. I'm like, okay, let's see what bullshit they're on. And then like once they really do say some bullshit, oh, I'm like, oh, you're all done. But like if I'll even like go and see like, because you have the option, moderators, y'all know, like you could look and like look at their activity on the channel, like have they been on the channel commenting before, like what was the groove there, like this is just one of those things where you don't know at that time, like because like, it could just be like that one little nuanced thing that they say. No, I'm just saying because like there's been times where like I'm on your channel and I'm like, damn, moderating, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that comment. I wait, and then I see like my girl, or our girl rather, I see like Aya or somebody come in, they be like, nope, they out. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I look, like, oh damn, I missed a couple comments. Oops, my bad. My bad. You never know, because it's like, people do be, they'll come in all sweet and tender, and then they do stuff later, so I don't know. Alright, let's see. I'm always grateful for my moderators who come through and help a sister out. Alright, let's see. Misunderstanding. Alright, so it says on the bottom of the deck here, a misunderstanding may feel like a wall, but it's one that can be torn down with patience and honesty. Listen with the intent to understand, and release the need to be right. Clarity will emerge from the fog. I trust y'all's and input / intuition for sure. And again, grateful for my moderators. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I like this. A new perspective. And then that moon energy is there too. I like that as well. And then that sun is there. We had moon and sun energy that both showed up earlier at different points during the reading, especially earlier in the reading. Seeing things with like a whole new lens, right? It says, when the light changes, so does the landscape. Try viewing the situation through a different lens and stay open to the wisdom. We talked about wisdom, right? Gaining that knowledge that comes when you dare to look from another angle. Oh, no worries. It's okay. No worries at all. It happens. It's just that sometimes what happens, my love, like what kind of happens sometimes is like when people come in here and they start like, one thing with my channel, I'm very open to dialogue when it comes to I'm very open to dialogue when it comes to like religion and belief systems and things like that. But what does happen, unfortunately, is there are the trolls that might come onto the platform and say things like, oh, I'm a devil worshiper or something like that. So I think it just might have got interpreted that way, and it's okay. It happens. It definitely happens, because like there's times where I've blocked people and then I find out later like, ooh, they were good, they weren't that person. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I have to go back and what's the word, unhide the person. So it happens. So I'm just happy that we we're all here together and kumbayaing and stuff. I love all of you guys so much. My moderators, my new folks popping in. Grateful for you. All right, so let's get maybe 2 more from here. Good health. I like that. Your commitment to wellness is paying off. Keep making choices that support your highest well-being. Your health is on the rise. And what I'm getting with that one is like there could have been something that literally was physically like, taking from you. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those kind of things where it's like when something is so stressful, and remember we saw like that whip card and all that earlier, which we were talking about like this painful like ending kind of thing, something that definitely impacted you, excuse me, in a way that could have caused more than just like like, oh, boo-hoo, like I'm crying over this situation. Like it could have been more like literally taking from you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? And being able to understand, well, I need to make sure that by seeing from a new lens, with a new perspective of the situation, seeing the truth of the matter, allows for you to, kind of allow that chapter, or not even that chapter, that whole book to be closed out and be done, dead the whole situation. It's giving me like Fool vibes. I did see it while I was shuffling with the tarot. Understanding, like, you know what? Yeah, I need something that's going to allow me to, step into my highest self, my highest good. If it's something that's going to continue to take from me, take. If I feel like shit all the time around a certain person or around a certain situation, so on and so forth, why are you staying around those situations? And sometimes, it's a painful realization to get there. It sucks. Nobody wants to be in this situation, especially like if it's like a relationship or, work, things are people that you really care about, who you hold dearly close to you. Yeah. Misunderstanding here again. Huh. Look at that. And the way that the cards came out, like they came out like this. So I'm going to read both. As I'm trying to get the top card, they were like, oh no, we're going to show you both. So, hey, Spirit, say less. We have manipulation here, and we talk about manipulative factors. Not all offers come freely. Some carry invisible strings that pull you in directions. I was going to say different directions, in directions you didn't choose. Be mindful of hidden motives and unspoken conditions before you accept. Remember, I was saying something about there could have been like some type of like contractual thing that you were bound to that you had to sever. It's giving me that manipulative shit. But when you cut those ties, guess what happens? You level up. You are not who you once were, and the universe is calling you to rise. Growth is rarely comfortable. Say that again. And this new level will demand more of you. Yep. Hey, blessings. What's up, my love? How are you, darling? And painful memories. Come on now. We were talking about being all in your head, things being painful. Come on. Here we go. Might be having headaches, too. Or have had headaches about this type of stuff because of the overthinking. Memories arise uncontrollably, dragging you into the past. These echoes are not here to torment you, but to teach you. Yes, that's that hermit energy. Face them, understand them, and allow them to release their grip. Releasing that toxicity, that devil energy. We saw more than once in this reading. Let's get one more. All of a sudden, I got really, really, really cold. I was hot or comfortable a little while ago. Now I'm cold. Maybe somebody made you feel like that. Like it's a really cold person. Like 1 minute they're super warm and loving and welcoming, or at least that's what they appear to be, and then the next minute they're super cold. It's giving like 5 of Pentacles vibes. One more from here, Spirit. Thank you. Healing path. I love this. True healing happens on every level, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Go fucking figure. As you care for your body and also As you care for your body, also nurture, let's say nourish, nurture your thoughts and release what no longer resonates. You are on a path of wellness. And what was the card that came out before? Right before it? Good health. Come on now. You are on the path of healing. And I just realized, because this deck, I like this deck, because it has mirroring, or like doubled numbers, I should say. Not really mirroring, but like, so these both have the 34 on them. And they do it like that on purpose in this deck. It's usually like a continuum. Like one card represents like maybe a part of the path or journey that you're on, whereas the next one represents where you're headed. So you are on that path of good health is what I'm picking up on here, with those both having that number 34 on it. Nice. Anxiety is here on the bottom. When thoughts spiral out of control, they pull you away from the present. Anchor yourself in what is real, your breath, your body, in this moment. Yes. So it's definitely given being present. I'm getting like doing like mindfulness exercises and stuff might be helpful, especially if you have anxiety. Breath work, I just picked up on too. Yoga, Pilates, things that allow for you to kind of really become grounded and within your body, as opposed to just staying too stuck in your mind. Things that allow for you to, because there is that connection between the body and the mind, obviously. Sometimes doing like grounding exercises and stuff like that allow you to be in a mindful present state, and it helps with this. So let me know if that resonates for anybody. We have argument here. We talked about conflict earlier. Conflicts are brewing and the air is heavy with tension. Be mindful of your words and actions, as small sparks could ignite into a greater fire. So yeah, be mindful of your words is what I'm picking up on. Okay to speak your truth, and right, speak your truth, but at the same time do it with a sense of integrity is what I'm picking up on. All right, self-expression, like it. It says you carry within you a message, an idea, or a creation that is not just for you but for the world. Express yourself boldly and authentically. I'm about to say allowing, knowing that your gifts are meant to be shared. So I know for a fact that I have some amazing people on here who are like artists and things like that, and this is, you're being called to action, I guess, for that. Being able to use your voice or your creativity in a way to help other people. That gift is meant to be shared, and don't forget it. Let me know that resonates for any of you in the comments. Wow, 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 wow. As I said, being present. Look what's on the bottom. Before I even shuffled, be present. I didn't know what the hell was going to come out. Wow. On the bottom, and I said something about getting grounded. Oh my God, spirit. I wish I'm not reels. I wish that shorts could be a little bit longer, because I would clip this. Look, listen what it says, guys. You are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. Something has caused you to retreat to your mind. It's time to bring consciousness to it so you can resolve it and start living life more fully again. Be present. I didn't even shuffle yet, guys. I didn't even fucking shuffle. And I was just talking about getting grounded and not being in your head too much and being present and all. Like, what? Open up is here. It's about communication. You're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. It's kind of giving me like that the 9 of wands that we kind of saw later in the last cards that we saw with the tarot. Let's talk about like that sense of guard being up a little bit and stuff like that, and rightfully so, right? You've been through a lot, but just understanding that it's okay to let that guard down just ever so slightly. Use your discernment, of course, and be cautious. Use your learned experiences that you have learned in this, not just chapter, but this book that you're closing out, right? Starting completely anew. You're able to carry that over, and do something with that knowledge that's been gained. And I definitely picked up on Akashic Records earlier. I mentioned that as well, especially the fact that I felt connected to reading from this. I had another deck in my hand for closing messages, and something told me to go with those, and lo and behold, we're getting some messages to close out. Reward and recognition. Congratulations, your hard work will soon pay off and take you in the direction of your dreams. Acknowledge your effort and own your power. I like that. I like that. Professional assistance is on the top. It will be time to seek wise counsel. That could be like that Hierophant card that we saw more than once in this reading. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice. I picked up on something about legal system. I said that earlier. Sorry, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. Wow, 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 wow. And you're very, very welcome, Flower Cow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for and Lati, thank you for being an amazing moderator and saying, you know what, let me give this subscriber or this person, this viewer some grace and see what they're about. I appreciate that too. We all do stuff like that because we look out for each other. We're like, nope, we ain't doing that over here because I did the same thing. And yeah, I've definitely accidentally like nixed somebody out of the whole thing and found out later like, oh shit, like that was like a legit person's been like rocking with Lati for a minute. I've done that before. I was like, oh shit, let me fix this. let me fix this. I want her to be mad at me. Or for them to be mad at me even. All right, so we have jump in. It says you're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning. I almost said questioning a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take the leap anyway. This is that time, and I definitely understood where that came from, and I also was picking up earlier on the Fool energy. So it's kind of giving that a little bit more again. I think we probably will be good with one card to close out from here. And I think that would be it. Unless Spirit guides me to read anything else. So let's see. Let's do, like, I'm thinking one should suffice. Speak Up is here again. Or no, it wasn't Speak Up. Was it? No, it wasn't Speak Up. It was another card, though, that kind of gave me... Open Up was the other card, sorry. So it says Speak Up on this one. The other one was Open Up, and this one is Speak Up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this sin forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Yeah, we can't hold on to things, right? We have to, when we suppress things, it's giving me throat chakra energy. I'm getting honestly, I'm getting heart chakra and throat chakra at the same time. I feel like there's a buildup happening. There's something that's resting on some of you when it comes to an emotion that you're feeling. You need to say it, and you've been holding back is what I'm picking up on. Let me know that resonates for any of you in the comments. Hi, Aji, how are you? Hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. My nose started itching crazy when I said that. Oh my. It's like the tip of my nose, so I feel like this is happening now for some reason. We have bravery here. You're being asked to make a tough decision. Exactly, that you've... Wasn't there like a decision type card somewhere? There was the Crossroads card, but it was in the deck. It wasn't on the spread, I want to say. Or am I... Did that card actually come out, or am I just seeing it in my head? Maybe the card didn't even come out, but I see it very, very vividly in my head right now. Decisions. I'm sorry. Well, we did have the Two of Pentacles, which is kind of about decisions too, going back and forth about something. But let me rewind. ADHD brain. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make the decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. Wow. wisdom. Going back to our word of the wise. You know, and there goes that book energy again. Wow. You've been here before, Akashic Records. You've been here before and you know what to do. Yet, you fear disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose for the highest good in this situation. Wow. Hard conversations might need to be happening soon. And we have reassess here in the middle of the deck. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Wow, that's deep. Notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time to do life cleanup. Yep. Yep. Closure, cleaning, closing up shop, cleaning up all the shit. You know, sometimes the trash takes itself out. Spirit just told me to say that. You know, people, you know, if someone shows you their whole ass to kiss, believe that's who they really are. You know, when somebody shows you who they are, listen to that. Pay attention. Take inventory. I heard take inventory in your mind of a person's infractions, and you know, whether it's a actual physical person or your job, whatever. You know what I mean? Like when situations keep presenting themselves in a certain way over and over again with no resolve, what is that telling you? It's telling you exactly what you need to know. And you might ignore the signs. You might sit there and not follow your intuition. I'm getting people who are highly intuitive people, you know, who, you know, see things before it happens, all kind of shit. You know, you're waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning having weird ass, you know, dreams and trying to figure out what the hell this shit is and what does it mean, and you're making excuses and like, oh no, it's just that. It's just a dream. Like, no. Whatever you're feeling it for a fucking reason. Listen to that reason. I'm also getting, you guys might be seeing the number 7 a lot. I think I said that earlier, but I'm getting it again. You might be seeing the number 7 a lot. And 8. I was picking up on that earlier too. But yeah, ooh, I got cold all of a sudden, man. I was very comfortable. All of a sudden, I'm like cold. I don't know where that's coming from. But yeah, nonetheless, pay attention. You know exactly what this situation is. And it's time to close out whatever that commitment is, whatever it is. Some of you it's a marriage or a relationship. For some of you it's a contract that you were bound to for too long, and you know you don't want to be in that situation no more. We picked up even on people who it could literally be something like an apartment that you know you need to leave, but you feel stuck there. We picked up on a lot of different things. So with that said, my loves, we're going to get ready to close this out. Thank you for hanging out with me for the past going on an hour and a half. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I love you guys. And we had some new folks pop in, and I'm so grateful for you guys. And if it did resonate, definitely hit the subscribe button so that we could be in touch with each other, because I've been doing a little bit better with being more present on here, as we talked about being present. I've been doing a lot better with that, right? Been like going on average 3 or 4 times a week. So kudos to me, because I was definitely struggling with that. We had 1, 2, 3 up there. So it's kind of being in alignment. You know, I feel like I'm in alignment with, you know, people who are meant to be here. So if you felt like you resonated with this, welcome. You might be a part of this soul tribe and, you know, get some more great messages along the way, you know, on your road to happiness and growth, so on and so forth. So with all that said, keep rocking with your girl. I love you guys, and have a great, amazing rest of your evening. And until next time, I might pop in again tomorrow. We shall see. But until next time, I love you. You guys have a great evening. And yeah. Mwah. Keep on being awesome. How about that? As my little bun is like flopping around. Bye, guys. Love y'all.